was in the middle of it, of the music scene at the right time.
There are too many musicians from Green Country to even list here.
One concert promoter knows firsthand Oklahoma's footprint in the music industry.
And in tonight's On the Road, anchor Lisa Jones takes us to West Tulsa to the memorabilia he's collected over a lifetime in the business.
If you bought a concert ticket in the Tulsa area over the last 30 years, you've heard of Little Wing Productions. Larry Schaefer started the company in 1971 and literally changed the way musicians and bands thought about Tulsa.
We actually found those wrapped in canvas up in the attic.
Years before, Kane's Ballroom was remodeled and made a big comeback, along with the rest of downtown Tulsa. TU grad and veteran Larry Schaefer owned the historic music hall. For 25 years, Schaefer had Kane's and still has Little Wing Productions, named for a Jimi Hendrix song. He booked shows with artists that normally would pass through Tulsa between Kansas City and Dallas.
But I literally went after any kind of artist that I thought would have an audience.
As a result, Schaefer has collected a huge stash of memorabilia, posters, many hand-drawn in the 50s, promoting musicians like Chuck Berry, J.J. Cale, Bon Jovi, B.B. King, Merle Haggard, and on and on.
But it was kind of a Wild West back then. It was a golden era, I believe.
So much memorabilia that Schaefer has hired an archivist to inventory it all. He's starting with Deadwood. Who knew? That's what music promoters call concert tickets that don't sell.
This room is only probably a third of the archive that I'm dealing with.
Files on each artist or band filled with contracts, including the writers outlining the special needs of each musician and some personal letters, too.
Billy Idol, Eric Burden of the Animals, Talking Heads, what do we have here? Hall & Oates, Bob Weir of Fleetwood Mac, Robin Trower, Grand Funk Railroad, Linda Ronstadt.
Mark Ward could be here a while.
Earth, Wind & Fire, Jethro Tull, Peter Criss,
Ernest Tubb or the Sex Pistols or Van Halen or Metallica.
There are very few small promoters like Larry Schaefer and Little Wing Productions around these days. Schaefer was ahead of the times in promoting music, and so was Tulsa.
What a rich, valuable history that this town has and should be very proud of.
Schaefer plans to sell some of the memorabilia and donate the rest. It's a collection that, as the years go by, becomes more valuable to him, our city, and the music industry.
Somebody will own this stuff that you're looking at 100 years from now. That's heavy. I like that.
Schaefer credits Oklahomans with believing in and supporting many of the artists he booked here in Tulsa. He says he always tried to keep concert ticket prices affordable so that everyone could afford to see new bands. Lisa Jones, 2 Works for You.
What a collection he has.
Talk about a who's who list of musicians, and glad to see that Tulsa has maintained that reputation as a music hub.
Love it for our city.